So Adelman, the piece that I struggle with the most, everybody talks about rotations. You can't have Murray and Jokic out at the same time, et cetera, et cetera. That part is what it is. For me, all year long, healthy, whenever healthy, he will play Jokic for the entire first quarter and the entire third quarter. And for me, the first and third quarter, you're not going to win or lose the game in the first or third quarter.
Right.
You're going to win or lose the game in the second and the fourth quarter. Jokic is constantly on the bench to start the second quarter and constantly on the bench to start the fourth quarter because in his mind, for I don't know what it is, he wants Jokic to play that entire first quarter and then get his break.
Malone
Me,
would do that too.
For me, that's one of the things he needs to break away from. Get Jokic out at the 7-8 minute mark, or not 7, after he's played 7 or 8 minutes in the first quarter, meaning there's about 3-4 minutes left. Bring him out. It is what it is. If you let up a lead, lose up a lead.
I like that.
And then you bring him back in the second quarter with about 10 minutes left and let him claw that lead back and give you momentum going into halftime or extend a lead potentially. And then the same thing for the fourth quarter. He should never be sitting at any point in time during the fourth quarter if you plan to play him a full quarter. Like, it shouldn't be the first
that makes a lot of sense.
Or the third, if that's what you're doing. Because there's a lot of talk about, like I said, Murray and or Jokic should never be sitting at the same time. For me, that's the big adjustment he needs to make. The other thing I'd like to see, if we're talking about rotations, is give Big Val a minute or two to warm up alongside Jokic and then pull him out. You're asking Val to come in cold on a bench unit, putting a lot of pressure and stress on him to figure out what to do, how to do. Whereas Jokic can probably bring him along for a couple minutes, get him into the flow of the game, get him a touch or two, and then you have him come out and sub him out for whoever else you plan to bring on anyways, right? Even if it's Hardaway Jr. a little bit later. So there's a lot of things that I think he could do differently. For me, that Jokic quarter-wise is the big one.
So one thing that I found kind of shocking is just the minutes for Strother with the starting unit. Mm-hmm. Specifically with how poor he performed in his outings. I do find it absolutely amazing that during, the health issues and everything like that, Spencer Jones played like 35 minutes a night and now he gets like 2. Like, where's the rhyme or reason behind that?
Mm-hmm.
And my main reason is just because I thought he brought a little bit of grit, if you get what I mean. I think for the past 5 years, the Nuggets' weakness has been physicality. That is my least favorite version of Jokic, simply because that means he's out of control. That means he's going to start making mistakes. That means he's going to start getting silly foul calls for no reason and things of that nature. So if they're able to pull that out of him, then we're going to struggle with the outlook of any of those types of series. That being said, if he can find a way to channel that in a way of, now I'm not going to let this team beat me. Now I am going to score, instead of making the extra pass just because it's the right thing to do. I'm going to put the ball in the bucket. That's my hope.